For me to be the Grand Marshal is a very special experience, considering how long my family's been involved in this community, over 3 generations, actually 4 generations. Both my children are active business people and entrepreneurs and run several businesses here in San Luis and employ many people, as well as I continue to do that with R.L. Jones and San Luis Warehouse and Transfer, San Luis International Freight, and other business operations that we do here in San Luis East at the Commercial Port of Entry in downtown San Luis, and also in San Luis, Mexico. The issue are basic human issues. The businessmen from the area felt that we weren't getting our fair share of the taxes that we were generating in terms of facilities, roads, and improvements. We didn't have law enforcement. Crime was rampant. The only law enforcement we had in San Luis was the Border Patrol. Frankly, we didn't have anything for our young people to do. All of our children were bused everywhere, both for elementary and high school. So all of those things were really important to us. Plus, we couldn't grow. We had no sewer systems. We had just a Mickey Mouse little water system that we eventually bought, and when we created the city. So all of these were what kind of came together, and we felt if we could incorporate the city, we can provide all of these basic fundamental things to our community and the people that live in it. This is a family business. It's still family owned. I'm the president of R.L. Jones. I have a younger cousin that is actually the CEO that will eventually take over for me. Both my children have businesses here in San Luis. My daughter Shelley has the insurance and MBD business. My son Eric has fuel and storage businesses that he operates in San Luis. So our family is all in and fully committed to San Luis, and has been for, since 1951. Well, I've served and created a number here in San Luis. Obviously, we created the Committee for Progress, which incorporated San Luis and the first service organizations and such. But very important to San Luis was it's not an island unto itself. So I was elected to the state legislature did 3 terms in the state legislature and tried to run legislation that would be beneficial to our community as a rural community. I've served for over 40 years on the board of directors. Raul Castro was my first governor for the Arizona Mexico Commission that I attended a meeting with, and I've been on the board ever since. And I've been able to do a lot through the AMC to help San Luis. One of the founding members of the Border Trade Alliance, and it's been an organization that's been instrumental in helping us expand our port of entry and bring other services to improve the crossings at San Luis. And so done that, been on the County Chamber of Commerce because we didn't have a local Chamber of Commerce, so I was on their board for a number of years. I chaired the Economic Development committee for the County Chamber of Commerce. Why? Because no one wanted to bring maquiladoras to San Luis. And I thought that was something we could do to create jobs and more business and tax revenues for San Luis.
What would you consider to be your biggest contribution to the community?
My biggest contribution, I think it would have to be vision. Seeing this community as being much more than it was at the time, with no streets, no law, it was just it was in effect a colonia. I think that might resonate with people what it was. And having a vision for the community that could be much bigger, greater, than it is, and then trying to put people and things together to make that happen. In the next 20 to 50 years, I see San Luis as the largest community in Yuma County and one of the larger ones on the southern border. I see it as a vibrant community with an airport and a university and things that we're not quite there yet, we're working towards. And I think it's going to be a destination place to come to for jobs. It's going to be a place where our children want to come back to and spend the rest of their lives and have their children. Advice for future leaders. Don't be afraid to dream big. That would be a big one. Have a big vision. And then remember, it's more than just the vision. You have to articulate it. You have to tell people about it and convince them that that's the pathway for success for the community. And then be willing to listen a lot. Sonría San Luis.